Okay, we're live streaming on Facebook.
And we are live.
My light is kind of weird. So I got Anthony Mattis here. Welcome, Dr. Anthony Mattis.
Thank you, Amy. I like how you say my name, Anthony.
So you got the Irish.
I love it.
We'll give it a second. We'll leave a few people join us.
Okay. What if nobody comes?
And I wonder who wants to talk with us today. Are the borders between Canada and America open?
No. I think I know certain provinces are closed to America. Or if you go, you have to quarantine for 14 days. I don't know. It's changing all the time. So I don't know the answer. I haven't paid attention. I just kind of got in my mind that you can't go.
Yeah, me too. I'm just stay within America right now. Okay, yeah. So I'll just share this in a few of the American groups then, because Anthony's in America, people. He's in South Carolina, right?
Living in America.
He's been quarantined to his hometown, South Carolina.
Yeah.
And so we're taking advantage of that. And we're going to bring him here to Florida since we're neighbors, right?
Yeah, right next door.
I mean, you call it right next door. If you were in Ireland, you'd be like on the other side of the country.
Right? That is amazing.
But the fact that we're in America, you're actually next door to us.
Yeah.
And we got you coming here for
the 3-day body class.
3-day body class.
Yeah.
We're going to be really bad and we're going to have a 3-day body class while the rest of the world is in freak out.
Exactly. Shh. Don't tell anybody.
You know, like I actually feel so excited about this. It feels like it's my first body class.
I know.
It's just like, you know.
I know, and I can't wait. I miss just watching everybody touching bodies and just running these beautiful energies that all these body processes contribute to people, you know, not just for their bodies, for like the being too, you know, the person, the being. And it's just amazing. And it's been a while. I feel like it's been like 10,000 years since the last class I've done. And, but the bodies need it, you know? And
so like, just say someone's watching this, you know, and obviously, okay, Anthony's an access consciousness facilitator. If you didn't know, so am I. You know, we talk about it all the time. I think two of us are like, that's probably all we talk about is access consciousness. And if you haven't heard of access consciousness, it starts with the bars. So getting your bars run is where it begins. And then after that, you can go a bit deeper. And so the bars is a body process, right, Anthony? It is the first body process we learn in access. And if you're kind of someone who wants more, for me, the body class was screaming at me. Like I didn't know anything about access. I found out about the bars. And then actually it was Shannon O'Hara and Grace Douglas were coming to Ireland and they were doing a 3-day body class. And I just saw the advertisement for it. And I was like, I'm there. Like, I don't know what it is, but I'm going. I just saw people working on the body, you know, and I knew I required it. And when I looked at it, I was like, oh, I need to take a foundation to get there. And I really just was like, okay, I'm doing it. Like, so if you're watching this and you're wondering, like, what the hell is a body process, Anthony? Like, what is this thing we're talking about? Body process.
Well, yeah, I mean, the body process and access, first of all, you can't take a body process class 3-day body class until you've done the bars, as you were saying before, and a foundation class, right? So there are some prerequisites before you can actually attend a 3-day body class. But the body classes are really just another vehicle in which to create that space to help the bodies to learn how to receive. And as you learn these tools, so much of the tools of access consciousness are like designed to bypass the logical mind. And so it's like you're getting these like major updates, so to speak, right? And so in order for the body to keep up with what's changing for the being, the body processes are essential. And you actually start to learn some of the body processes in the foundation class. which is pretty cool.
Why do they call it body process? Like, why processes?
Well, because you're working on the body. These, you know, these are hands-on. It's a hands-on modality, so to speak. You are touching different parts of someone's body, right? And it is a process. You know, I mean, the body process can last anywhere from 30 minutes to 10 hours if you're really following the energy, right? In a class, we're probably just pretty much running them for like an hour to an hour and 15 minutes. And there's a lot of facilitation that's involved too, a lot of verbal facilitation, you know, things that people are working on or trying to work through or around. And so as a facilitator, we try to remind people the tools they learned in the foundation class to help them be more aware of the information their body's actually giving them.
So that's a good point to make. So, you know, if you have had the gift of being to a 3-day body class before, you would see that I've taken 3-day body classes with a lot of different facilitators, not with you yet, Anthony. It's my first time with Anthony, and and everyone's different. But you just said there, like, you also, you know, do a lot of verbal processing. So that's something that you also do a lot of as well. And some people actually don't. They don't really. They just let the people run the body processes in the class. So that's also interesting to know as well.
You know, the people who come to the class, like, I don't come to the class with an agenda, right? You know, my you know, I show up to the class to just be space for people and be whatever it is that they require. So, you know, we do the verbal facilitation if people have questions and when people have questions, you know what I mean? It's not like I'm sitting there talking the whole time. So the people who attend the class are the ones who actually create the class. And I remind people, I'm like, this is your class, you know, and you have me for 3 days. You know, and you have me for 3 days all day long. Please ask questions. If there's things that are not working out in your life, or if there's things that are going on in your body that you would like to have more awareness around, please ask a question. And, you know, and I'll remind people of the tools that they have available to them so that they can get the awarenesses themselves. So, yeah.
Amazing. I love it. And so, like, I suppose, what is something that you see change a lot for people with these 3-day body classes?
They're happier, number one. They have a greater sense of communion with their body. A lot of things that I hear a lot is just like things that maybe they've been struggling with for years. They finally have an awareness around what has been causing it, so to speak, but it's not like the way this reality looks at things. And so it's like we start to really tap into this world of like listening to your body in such a way that when there are what we would call pains or intensities in our body, what if that was actually awareness that your body is actually trying to give you? And so we show people, we guide them through the facilitation of this awareness so that they can tap into what they know that they haven't been acknowledging in some cases ever in their life, or maybe it's been a really long time since they've been listening and paying attention. So it's just amazing. People walk away with a greater sense of themselves, more communion with their body, more space, more ease, and more joy. It's amazing.
Yeah, you literally see people like come in, you know, maybe like kind of heavier, you know, just with a heaviness, and leave with this like joy and lightness in their face.
Totally.
And
So
then
like if people have been through abuse, for example, right? You know, it's like a lot of, you know, and I was a chiropractor I don't practice chiropractic anymore. I mean, I'm still a licensed chiropractor, but, you know, I'm doing access consciousness full time. Why? Because of the results, really. And it's fun. And, but, you know, I've seen people come in with abuse. I've worked on people's bodies that have been abused, whether it was verbally, sexually, physically. And to be able to watch the abuse melt out of their universe to where they're not functioning from that space of like a beat down dog anymore, that is amazing. And it's a gift for me to be able to see their world just open up to a different possibility.
well, that, Anthony, is worth more than gold, you know, like that, what you're talking about, because that's one of the things, like, I'm a massive advocate for, like, for the bars, first of all, because that's where it begins. And then for the 3-day body class, because, and all the body processes, because what you said there, like about the abuse in the body, a lot of the times we may not even remember the abuse, or, you know, like it doesn't have to be sexual. It could have been emotional. It could have been physical. It could have been even stuff we may have brought in from other lifetimes, if you want to go and look at that too, you know. And like one of the beauties is what you said there, is like you don't even have to talk about it. You don't have to remember. You don't have to sit in therapy and rehash this stuff, you know, because one of the things, like, I'm not knocking therapy, there's a place for it. But if you're talking about something and you're bringing all these memories up, but if you're not moving it out of the body on a cellular level, all you're doing is recreating the trauma and the drama and the story and the abuse.
Yeah, you keep looping back to the same thing. And it's not only a mental looping back, it's actually physiological as well. And so, and guess what? We have body processes for that looping thing that a lot of us do. So it's a gift. All these tools that you learn in Access Consciousness are a gift. And the bars is like the first gift that you actually get to receive.
Yeah, and it's there's such a peace to the body process, you know, there's such a like gentleness and a nurturing and a kindness, that if you're ever in a class and you get to go to one of these classes, like just the peace in the room is, and it's so like not of this reality, you know, it's just like the energy of the body process and all the body's receiving. It just transcends all that trauma and drama and, you know, upset. And that's one of the things for me where I mean, I would have been years and years in therapy and I would never have gotten to change the things I got to change in these classes.
Yeah, I did therapy, you know, I was like I was like their favorite client, because like I was an open book. I'm like, hey, help me with my problems, you know?
Yeah.
So, and like, you know, I never really walked away with any tools. I never changed anything. It was sort of just like a talk therapy session. And I'm like, did that even help me? You know, and I've done group therapy. I did one-on-one therapy, and I tried different therapists all through my 20s. And it's like, meh, didn't really do anything, you know? And the other side too, though, you know, because a lot of times people will come to a body class as well. And I've even had these experiences. Sometimes it gets intense in terms of like the energies you're aware of in your own world. And sometimes you're like, why do I feel like I want to hit somebody or just scream really loud? And what's beautiful about that side of it is because a lot of people start to make themselves feel wrong. It's like, why am I not feeling ease and communion and peace like you said on the Facebook Live? You know, like, you know, but it's because there's energies moving through the body. And it's like a lot of times that anger that's coming up is a lot of people's unwillingness to recognize their gifts and their capacities and their potencies. And it's like that anger and rage that sometimes comes up is sort of like where we're angry with ourselves for not acknowledging our power. And that's another thing that's magical about these body processes. It has this way of bringing up these energies as well to get you to look at where you're not acknowledging the gift that you are to the world. And the body processes are designed to get you to become aware of your unique energies, your unique capacities, because everyone is unique. Everyone has their own energetic blueprint, so to speak. And these body processes begin to reveal that if you're willing to look, if you're willing to listen and acknowledge.
I love that. I had that experience after
I
a
know.
training body where I woke up and I was like, I want to kill everyone.
I want to kill somebody.
Like,
Who can I punch?
Okay, my potency is up a bit. Now what would it take to have more allowance? So but that's the beautiful thing, Anthony, is that even when that stuff comes up, you have tools, you know what I mean? You have questions.
Exactly.
You have more awareness as well. And so dare I mention that also one of the things, you know, about the body process is that it actually starts to make you immune to a lot of the sickness in this reality. Can we talk about that for a second?
Well, you know, one thing that I have found is, you know, like say, for example, you know, I've been doing Access Consciousness for 8 years. And, you know, I actually went through a pretty intense tragedy with my first wife committing suicide and being all of a sudden I'm a single father raising 3 kids, you know, at the ages of 10, 8, and 3 years old. And so I was getting sick a lot and I had a lot of neck pain, a lot of neck tension. And so that was at what, 41 when that all happened. I started Access at 42 and now I'm 50 and I have way less neck pain than I ever have. And if I do get like cold-like symptoms. They last like, I'm like over it in like a day or two, where everybody else is like sick. I haven't had to take medicine or antibiotics, and I don't know, maybe like well, at least since the time I've started Access. So my body heals faster. You know, and it's like when everyone else is getting sick, when everyone else is getting tired, when everyone else is stressed out, I'm not. And it's weird. And that's not supposed to happen, right? When you get older, you're supposed to fall down, especially when you get over like 40 or 45 or 50. It all goes downhill from there. That's just reality's point of view. And that's not what it's been like for me. If anything, I feel better than I did at now than I did at 35.
Yeah, amazing. I love it. I know.
And not just physical symptoms, but the mental insanities too of this reality as well. It's like when you see the craziness going on in the world, the bars, these body processes help you to sort of be immune to that. It's like, yeah, you know that it's going on. You ask how you could be a contribution, but you're not at the effect of it, which is fantastic. You're not reacting with everybody else. It's like you could actually be proactive instead of in reaction. And that's the gift that all these tools create as well. So, and you know, I'm sorry. And even with the same facilitator, it's like if you were to go to a class with the same facilitator, every class is completely different because you're different, the facilitator's different, and it's never the same, even if it's with the same facilitator. And so, but the people are the ones that create the class, and that's the gift. So the class goes where the people take it. And that's what I love about it. So
I love it. I'm so excited to have you here.
yeah.
So if you didn't hear it at the start, Anthony is going to be here in Delray Beach, Florida. Delray Beach is like my hometown, so I'm so proud and excited to have Anthony here because we have like the cutest beach town with lovely restaurants and shops, and yes, we're open. We're having the 3-day body class. It starts next Friday. It's Friday the 24th. 25th and 26th of July, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 days. Anthony's coming, his beautiful wife, Julia, his son, and some other local people are going to be there. And we have a couple of people flying in from, I think, somewhere else in America.
And, you know, and we're keeping the class sort of intimate, so to speak.
Intimate, yeah.
Because, you know, we're honoring what's occurring out in the world and, you know, honoring the space and all that stuff. So, you know, we are honoring what's occurring. We're not just being silly and incompetent.
Yeah, we're following the guidelines.
Exactly.
And so we do have a couple of places left, not many, a couple. So if anyone is in America and watching this and wants to come down to Florida for the 3-day, we'd love to have you. Just send me a message and I'll let you know how we can make that happen. And also Anthony is going to be doing his ASB sessions, which quickly, you want to say what the ASB sessions are?
Oh, wow. It's just another energetic tool to create the space for people to have more of them. It's magical.
I'll tell you what it is.
About it, they can go to my website at dranthonymattis.com and just click on ASB, and there's a whole video and backstory to it. It's a beautiful and
it's like a whole body waking up session where you'll become more alive and more orgasmic and more joyful than anyone else around you, and you'll be totally out of control. So it's terrible. Don't do it. So we got that, and I'm excited. I'm so excited.
I'm grateful for the invitation, and I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, come play, and it'll be nice, small, and intimate. So it's like, you know, for those people who don't like the big classes, this is a great opportunity maybe to come to one that's a little bit smaller and intimate because of the guidelines we must follow. And it'll be a great opportunity for people to really, really get, you know, more information and really just to receive.
I love it. Yeah. Now more than ever, it's time.
Awesome. Well, thanks.
Okay, Anthony, thanks so much. Thanks everyone for being here.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.